Good evening. The time is now 7 p.m. I'd like to call this Board of Selectmen meeting to order for November 27th. And ask that you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Let's do roll call.
Gagne.
Kevin Cunningham.
Peggy Bourey.
And approved meeting minutes for Board of Selectmen meeting 11/13/2023.
I'll make a motion to approve meeting minutes for 11/13/2023.
I would say.
And I will second. And we have an abstention. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And Peggy will abstain. All right, item D is public comment. Is anybody here from the public who wishes to speak at this time? Hearing none, we move into item E, which is old business, which we have none. Item F is new business. The first item here is to consider to act on the tax refunds as requested by the tax collector, totaling $2,445.81. I can read through each one of them if you'd like. Most of these are coming from a trust company from Toyota Lease Trust 16732, and then a second one from them from 26665, a third one from them 9085, the next one is 29952, next one is 33173, next one is 5976, next one is 42633, the last one from them is 56878, Anthony R. and Donna M. Palello 4121, CCAP Auto Lease Ltd. 16748, and Brianna M. Campbell for 2618. So as long as I do my math right.
Question, these are things where they set the cars back and pay more tax than they needed to?
Yep, absolutely. So just a clarification, a lot of these, especially when they're coming from lease trust or LTDs, they are actually the vehicles which went out to lease. And the owners decided instead of continuing on the lease, they decided to sell out. So they get money back from to those corporations. The other ones are basically overpaying their taxes. So do we have any motion on this?
I'll make a motion to approve the tax refunds in total of $2,445.81.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Thank you. Item 2, we have a plethora of discuss and vote on reappointments for multiple boards and commissions as stated in the Charter 7.1. So you'll see that there are a few. I think the last one may not be valid. I think, I was just looking online just to see if to verify, but do you remember what
We
term?
weren't sure. Because I remember 2 appointments for her, but it may have been.
A 2-year term.
Yeah, she got appointed. How long term is it?
Housing Authority?
Yeah, I filled in for someone, and then I had to be reappointed by Kathy, and that was 4 years ago.
Okay, I appreciate
So
that. Thank
that
you
makes
for the update.
sense.
So what you'll see in your paperwork is these are all the appointed positions that we'd like to reapply. I'm going to go through one at a time so you can understand what was going on. The Building Code Board of Appeals, we have an opening for one position there, but we do have Ernie Palello Jr., who's listed as a Democrat, who should be serving because the term will expire starting January 2nd, and then going all the way to January 3rd of 2028. The next one is Conservation Commission. They were appointed in mid-term, so Nicole Sanchez, unaffiliated, January 4th, 2027. Economic Development Commission, Ava Colonna. It's not the right party, so we'll fix that. That's Republican. And then January 4, 2029 is the expiration date. We have John Kennerson, who's listed as Democrat, again, all the way to January 3rd, 2027. And then June Gagne, Republican Party for Housing Authority, January 4, 2027. You'll note that there are 2 asterisks. These are people who did come in to get sworn in. So we're pushing them hard to try to actually get them to come in. Well, I'd have to continue reaching out to them and asking them to come in to get sworn in. After the second time, I usually say, are you still willing to serve? If not, we can reopen the position.
How do they get it?
We would the same thing. We would actually ask around to find out someone who's filling that party's affiliation and then come in for filling out paperwork for this one. Once they.
What I'm saying is, how does someone apply for one of these?
Yeah, just the same way that these people did. We would put it out there. There's a plethora of different positions which will be open, and we'll try to get that information out on the town website, on the town Facebook page, do another public announcement about it, and anybody might be interested from either party, or anybody really at this point could come in to see if they can fill out the paperwork, or come to us first, and then we would talk about them, and then put them up for a position and go forward.
A letter of intent.
It's all simple letter.
I was going to answer that.
Yeah.
He was explaining it really
Yep.
well.
So a simple letter is all we really need at that point. And that gives us an opportunity then to, if they want to put something on that letter, like, this is what I've done in the past, this is why I'm interested, and that helps us out. So with what's read, you want to make a motion, anybody want to make a motion on those items, those reappointments?
I'll make a motion that we appoint the people on this list.
That's right.
Any other discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Section 9.1 of the town charter is next up. It's the election of officers as stated in the town charter, section 9.1A. There's nothing in your
Yeah,
book, because it's just in the charter and it's all. So section 9.1A of the charter talks about general board procedure. All elected boards and commissions shall annually between 2 and 4 weeks after the November election for town officers choose a chairman, vice chair, and secretary after swearing in newly elected members. We were all sworn in last Monday, so I wanted to know what your pleasure is on that.
I'd like to motion slate. Kevin Cunningham, chair. Gagne, vice chair, and Peggy Bourey, secretary.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made for a slate. Kevin is chair, Art is vice chair, and Peg is secretary. Can we have a second? Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you. The next item up on the agenda is item 4, appointing acting first selectman as stated in the town charter, section 6.4A. 6.4A, acting first selectman within 30 days after the effective date of the charter and within 30 days after each subsequent town election. Board of Selectmen shall elect one of the selectmen to function as acting first selectman in the absence of first selectman. So I would entertain motion at this point.
So like this, I'll get this, pass.
Yeah, I hate to put it like that, but in case I'm incapacitated and can't perform, I would have to have someone who would be in that position as elected tonight.
I'd like to elect Art, because he's been your longer.
Okay, I would second that. Any other nominations? Hearing none, we can go right to voting for appointment of acting first selectman of Art Gagne. All in favor say aye. Aye. And opposed, we got it unanimous, so it's good. Item 5 is, you have an updated version of it, but discuss and act on approval of Board of Selectmen meeting dates for 2024 as stated in the town charter, section 5.2A. Meetings and procedures. At the first meeting following its election, the Board of Selectmen shall fix the schedule of its regular meeting dates and times. The Board of Selectmen shall hold no less than one regular scheduled meeting per month at a time mutually convenient for all members. So I have suggested dates for you, and I had an update today because of an October issue that I had. But if you look that over, if you have any questions.
I make a motion to adopt the meeting schedule for 2024 regular meeting dates.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
And the last one is item 6, which is discuss and act on appointment of the town council via resolution following the town charter, section 82A. 82A is town council. The board of selectmen shall appoint by resolution adopting at a meeting to be held no later than March 15th, a town council who shall serve for a term of 1 year.
You have town council?
We currently have Shushma Shapiro. I can say that I've already looked at others, and the pricing on the others is rather pricey. Shushma Shapiro is in the ballpark of 185 for council.
Sometimes you get what you pay for.
Yeah. We haven't had any issues at this point. They've helped us tremendously when we go through all of our union contracts and negotiations. And
How do we come to the conclusion that this is the one that we want? Like, is there a bid process? Is there?
no, this is us reviewing. You know, if you think there's a better town council, let me know. We can always table this for the next meeting.
Could we table this for the next
It's
meeting?
up to your decision.
I would like to make a motion to table this for the next meeting.
Okay. Good. Do I have a second? With no second, that would die. Do you have any other motion?
Will we discuss it?
Sure.
Because I know you work with attorneys most, so it would be more prudent for you to work with somebody that you know.
Is there a contract for that where it's going to be up in like X amount of days or a time?
By town charter, it goes 1 year by 1
Not
year.
like when you're, okay, so it effectively ends and we have to reappoint.
And I don't talk to town council just for the issues with contracts. We have one person who handles personnel/contract negotiations. We have one person who's land use, and they have served us well over the time with our town council. Rich Cody is the one who handles the land use issues. They advised us on different issues that come up. They get contacted all the time from whether it be the assessor's office having an issue with a assessment that is something that a larger corporation might come back and say they're going to fight it in court, or do we settle out of court? So we worked very well with that issue multiple times. We could have it so the land use, whether it's planning, zoning, would be contacting them for different issues for land use, whether it be for a wetlands concern, whether it be for planning and zoning concern, or some legal issues that we've had. I can give you an example of one. This past year, this current year actually, we've had an issue where we would like to do something in Lions Park. After the research was done, it was realized that the town never took ownership of a certain parcel because where a fence line occurs going kitty corner towards another fence line, where you see all those Boy Scouts put up all those different obstacle courses for fitness. The town in 1995 went to take it by way of purchasing it from Interroyal by a process of court. They get all the way to the point where they couldn't find the final paper that was supposed to go to the town clerk's office, searched, couldn't find it. So in 2000, the courts returned it was $2,000, returned the money back to the town of Plainfield. And from that point on, it was never discussed or anything was done with it until now we're starting to do a project on the park. What they had looked at was adverse condemnation, which is basically we had taken ownership because we had maintained it for X amount of years. So that took a few months to go through the court process, and it saved us quite a bit of money because we had to go through the process. You're not going to find an owner for Interroyal. So that's something that they've done. Just one of the things I would say is something that helped us along the whole process.
So this council, they do a number of different things.
Absolutely. It could be Department of Labor issues for employment. It could be looking for union contract issues and concerns. It could be for policies that we have we'd like to promote and be able to find different ones throughout the area. they could be looking for, again, I think wetlands or land use issues for communities, they do all sorts of items.
Do you know if they represent any other towns?
Yes, absolutely.
In this area,
Yeah, that's what
quite
I'm
a few.
asking.
Oh, yeah, quite a bit.
Quite a few in this area?
4 years ago, we went to the CCM conference, I think it was Mohegan Sun or something.
Yep.
And we actively sought out attorneys. And I think Robinson Cole was there.
Yep.
We spoke to them, we spoke to Schusterman's Bureau, a couple others. And we came back to this one because of their work around this community.
So it's not
itself.
just, my concern was it's just, I don't want it to be just a price issue.
Nope.
No,
So
no.
you're fine.
I've seen the lawyer that does the contracts, and she's really good. She knows what she's doing with those. And I can see things getting better as far as contracts are concerned. Rich Cody, I've spoke to him about the ordinances when I did those. He seemed knowledgeable. He knew right away what I was looking to do and what was going on there. So, you know, and the prices, it's a, you know,
It's
because they're more local, they're not out of Hartford or
Like I
something.
said, I don't want it to be, you get what you pay for.
No.
No, we haven't had that issue at this point. No one's actually complained about them. As a matter of fact, we've had some, supportive comments made by different businesses that have come to town. So we
Not
haven't
that I'm
had.
against,
I
saving money.
think the best thing is the junior partner, whatever, the junior attorney there makes a lower rate than like Rich Cody, who's, he's the senior partner. And she does a lot of these contracts and stuff, so the savings is
So
there.
she's experienced.
We're someone like Robinson Cole, they were just up there like $350 any lawyer, they threw out to $350 an hour.
Okay, so they have a graduating scale. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes
So
a
if we were working with, like example, any law firm, they have junior partners, they also have people who are just writing up documents for you and they get a lower rate. So yeah, we do very well with anybody, but it's a matter of, I think that they have experience in this area, have experience with the town, and they know what's going on throughout the whole region.
Seeing our budget too, I see the legal fees are up,
Yes, that's what my next
And I can't imagine if we went with somebody out of Hartford or something where it would be.
Just so you know, when I was in office in 05, 07, we had Robinson Cole, and excellent law firm. Wouldn't say anything against them either, but they're very good. But the prices were rather up there. We had to actually come back to the town to request for monies on the year because of it. And again, the idea would be, I think this is something where it's a one-year contract, and if we find something that we don't like, we can always go back next year and say, for the price.
I'm good with that then.
So I'll make a motion that we appoint Schusterman and Shapiro as the town council.
And I'll second that.
Motion's been made, and second, any other discussion? I do appreciate the discussion on it because it helps us understand what's going on, not only for our board, but for the public. So a motion's been made in a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Don't think we have another except for one item. For those who are aware, I didn't put it in print here, but this Friday is our Christmas tree lighting ceremony, so you're all invited to that. It should start at 5:15. We heard that it possibly could sprinkle or rain. We're hoping it doesn't, but if it does, we have anticipated to be able to move some of it inside. But we do hope that you try to come out for that event, and it starts at 5:15. Everything that's going on with it is there's free food for the families because we want to make sure it's a weird time to get them. But we've had Lions Club, Rotary Club, PDA, Big Y has offered to bring in 20 people to help out and also be able to help with food. The two tractors with hay-rides, fire pit. The lighting ceremony starts off with some music by one of Kyle's bands, I think.
I knew it was this morning.
And then after that, there's
Mass
also
production.
mass production, and there's 3 different groups caroling. There's seniors, there's high school, there's a junior high, There will be Santa here. Has anybody seen it? There's out in the park, there's the tree is up. That was a four-hour event to put that up. And there's also an archway out here in front of the walkway in. And we do hope you consider attending, and that's about all there is. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And this time is 7:20. Thank you.